one patch would grow back and it starts to make these layers. And I said, you know, I'm an artist.
What do you think about Kanye West's haircut?
The evolution of Kanye West's hairstyles.
Kanye West, also known as Ye, is one of the most famous, and now perhaps infamous rappers to date, known for his unique and sometimes ahead of its time music, as well as his distinctive artistic persona and dressing aesthetic. Kanye is no stranger to public appearances. Like many people, he uses his hair as a means of self-expression.
So when you see the hair, it's like a representation of my thoughts developing because of how close it is to my head.
In recent years, it appears that the Yeezy CEO might be facing a challenge all too common to many men and women. Kanye is clearly losing his hair. During a recent press photo shoot for Kanye's January 12th, 2024 Vultures album release, a video from a fan captured what appears to be an island of scalp gaping in the middle of the top of Kanye's head. And look, this clearly isn't the first sign of hair loss displayed by Kanye West. If we pay attention to photos of Kanye between 2013 to 2016, we can see the typical hairline recession and even frontal thinning. During the 2013 Yeezus album era, photos showed Kanye with a nearly shaved head under harsh stage light and camera flash that clearly showed the front of his scalp thinning. When looking at 2016 during his Life of Pablo album era, the then 38-year-old Kanye appeared to have the same thinning in the frontal regions and midsection appear only under harsh lighting conditions. When looking at younger photos and videos of Kanye, like the 2007 Graduation album era, or even 2004 College Dropout album era, Kanye's hairline, frontal section, and all-around scalp appeared to be dense with no sign of hair thinning or hair loss. And to mask the hair loss, Kanye used a variety of hairstyles and haircuts, which in a genius-like manner took advantage of the thinning midsection by either creating patterns like stars and stripes throughout the scalp or dyeing and drawing pictures. And fun fact, Kanye has even been reported at one point in time paying $500 a day for a haircut, as reported by Rihanna's dad when he toured with both Kanye and his daughter in 2010. Now, it seems that Kanye has a condition called androgenetic alopecia, which many of you may know as male pattern or even female pattern baldness. Now, please stay with me here because it might get a bit technical. There are many different hair loss conditions. We call them all alopecia, but each has its own cause. Androgenetic alopecia is the most common form of hair loss in men and women. It's due to a hormone called DHT, and DHT attacks the hair follicles in people who have the genetics for the condition. DHT is created when testosterone comes in contact with an enzyme called 5-alpha reductase. I won't bore you with the details too much, so don't tune out, but in the human body, enzymes are these protein-like structures which transform chemicals in our body from one to another. And in this case, testosterone is transformed into DHT when it comes in contact with the enzyme 5-alpha reductase. Now, this isn't an internet theory or some old wives' tale. This is an established scientific fact proven by many studies. Just ask your dermatologist and they'll tell you. So what could someone like Kanye, or hell, even you, the viewer watching this video right now, right, do something about this? Well, aside from subscribing and looking at the playlist in the description for more in-depth technical information on this condition, yeah, I know, I had to plug my channel. There are treatments that are used to suppress DHT in the scalp, but you need to act as soon as possible, otherwise it will take longer for you to get your hair back, and the longer you wait, the less likely you can reverse the damage that DHT has already caused. Because these drugs don't grow hair in areas where there is no hair at all. So these drug treatments are finasteride and dutasteride. Finasteride and dutasteride are known as 5-alpha reductase inhibitors. This means they block the enzyme that I mentioned before, 5-alpha reductase, which turns testosterone into DHT. Time and time again, even approved by the United States Food and Drug Administration or FDA, finasteride has been shown to be safe and effective when it comes to treating male pattern baldness in men only. DHT is a trash hormone where after puberty in males, it has no real use. In fact, it causes issues like acne, prostate cancer, and other prostate conditions. DHT has even been linked to cardiovascular health issues in men, so doctors will only prescribe it to males who have finished puberty. Now, you don't instantly get your hair back when you start either of these medications, as it takes time, possibly 1 to 2 years, to see the maximum effects. At the very least, the outcome is only maintenance of how your hair currently is, so it doesn't get better, but it doesn't get significantly worse. Also, you need to keep taking the medication in order to continue seeing the benefits. Now, there is the choice of a hair transplant. Hair transplants are good, especially for certain hair types like Kanye's 4C hair. You see, the more curly the hair is, the less hair you need to transplant in a given area. Hair transplants work by getting hair from areas of the head that are healthy and more resistant to the trash hormone DHT. So this area would be the back of the head. Just look at any old man with significant hair loss. You'll see they rarely lose this part of their scalp hair, so you can already tell that in most people this area of the scalp is very strong. But again, to see the continued success of a hair transplant, you need to make sure that you are using the medications like finasteride or dutasteride. And no, oils like rosemary do not stop hair loss and androgenetic alopecia. In fact, if you have an allergy to those oils, you might end up getting an allergic reaction that could cause inflammation and even make your hair loss worse. So it seems that the solution is pretty simple for Kanye to fix, and who knows, he may take that path or may not. However, if you're dealing with a similar issue, consider talking to your doctor about your hair loss condition. Also, you can subscribe to this channel as I clearly talk about this topic a lot in more formal and technical ways. You can also check the description for a playlist that should get you up to speed on androgenetic alopecia, also known as male pattern or female pattern hair loss. Thanks for watching.